They made my kid apologize for being right. This happened at my son's middle school in a regular public district, the kind with aging textbooks and overworked teachers. He's the quiet kid who loves numbers. Math puzzles at breakfast, prime numbers scribbled on scrap paper. That's just who he is. One day he came home confused, not upset, just confused. He said the substitute told the class that dividing by 0 equals infinity. He raised his hand and said, "That's not how it works." She laughed and told him to stop watching YouTube. I figured that was the end of it. Substitute teachers say weird stuff sometimes. The next afternoon I got an email asking me to come in. They sat my son across from the assistant principal and told him he needed to apologize for being disrespectful. The substitute said he undermined her authority and confused the class. My kid kept looking at me like I'd fix it. I tried, calmly. I said the math was wrong. I said he wasn't rude. I said correcting an error isn't disrespect. They told me the issue wasn't the math, it was his tone. That's when it hit me. There was no way out of this. If I pushed harder, he'd be labeled a problem. If I backed off, he'd learn that being correct didn't matter. So I nodded and agreed to the apology. That night, my son asked me if he should just stop raising his hand in math. I didn't answer right away. Instead, I made a phone call. I teach at a community college. One of my old classmates is now a math professor at a nearby university. I asked if he'd be willing to come in as a guest speaker, not to embarrass anyone, just to talk about common math misconceptions. The school said yes, they love that stuff. The substitute was still there that day. The professor wrote one problem on the board, division by 0. He asked the class what happens. My son didn't raise his hand. The professor smiled and said, "There is no answer, and anyone who tells you otherwise is wrong." No one spoke. Not the substitute. Not the administrators standing in the back. After class, no one asked my son to apologize again. He raised his hand the next day. That was enough for me. If you love your mom and dad, please like and subscribe.